Okay, hi everyone. I thought it would be cool to go live down by Annecy Lake. I haven't done many of these, and to be honest, I can barely see anything because the sun is so bright. But I will flip the camera around in a minute. So I think I can flip the camera around in a minute. Can I do that up there? How do I do it? I don't even know how I do it. Never mind. So I thought I would show you Annecy Lake, where it's just taken me 6 minutes to walk down here, and it is absolutely crystal clear. I'm going to see if I can flip this camera around. I really can't see a thing, nothing. Oh, but I can see. Oh, welcome, hello. That's exciting. So I need to see if I can flip this around. I can't remember how the blinking heck can do that, how I can do that. How can I do it? How can I turn the camera around? Is it up there? There's a button up here. Can I do that? Let's see if I press that. Oh, no, that's not it. Never mind. I'll just do it sort of like this for now. I'm really sorry. I'd love to be able to turn this camera. Oh golly, there's lots of people joining. How exciting is that? That's really exciting. So you can see sort of down below me there how clear the water is. I've got to figure out how to flip this camera around. How can I do it? I'm sure I've done it before. Can I flip it around, or do I have to stop the recording to flip it around? Never mind. Maybe I'll do that next time. So there's a button up there. Flipping heck. Not a clue. Not a Scooby. Anyway, it's nice, isn't it? So if I turn my back like that, then you'll be able to see sort of how the water is. And we can jump in here at this depth here. I have to be careful I don't lose my blinking phone. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? We can actually jump in right here off these pontoons. Not now because it's too cold, but you can see behind me that way sort of where the mountains are, and up until a couple of days ago there was still snow up on these peaks up here, but in that direction there, that's Annecy over there. So they have ferries on this lake, but I just thought this was too beautiful not to show. Does the lake freeze over? No, I've never ever seen this. I've never seen this lake frozen over at all. I believe it has been frozen over, and if I might look back into sort of history notes, because I believe at one time it did freeze over, and normally fresh water, as this is, freezes easier than salt water because salt prevents the freezing. But no. What we do get, however, in the summer, I'm going to get sneezy now because it's hay fever season. In the summer, this water here, so this sort of, I know that the sun's really strong. I don't know if it's bleached out because I can literally not even see the screen at the moment. But this water edge here, this water line here, that recedes right the way down because the lake is fed by the snow melt from the mountains. So, and as we have reached the end of the season, there's still quite a lot of snow up there, I have to admit, but not down here. It's still a little bit nippy, but it's just, yeah, it's beautiful. And of course, what we have here is, one of the benefits of living just a few minutes away. I did a video which I'll post later on. So many people joining, how lovely, thank you. Isn't that wonderful, exciting? It's just so nice to share this, I wish I could share it with everybody. It's just absolutely, look at that. You can see to the bottom there, right? You can see to the bottom, even though I've not figured out how to flip the camera around. But yeah, it's crystal clear. It's renowned for being one of the cleanest lakes in Europe. And I can understand that. There's not a... God, I can't see a thing. The sun is so bright. And I keep whizzing round, which might be annoying for you. I'm really sorry if it is. Golly, I can't see a thing. Can't see anything. But yeah, in the summer, it gets absolutely... All of these sort of pontoons, I don't know what you call these in English, these pontons, all of these, which you can see back here, they are rammed with people in the summer months. The minute the sun comes out, everybody is down here with their picnics and their probably lots of things they're not supposed to have. But, you know, it's just glorious. On that side of there, I live on this side. So, oh, God, I can't see a blinking thing. Nothing. Right, it says swipe right to filter my comments. Do I need to filter comments? I don't think so, do I? Do I? Swipe right to filter them? I don't think there's any to filter, are there? Real time, bloody blur. Don't know what any of that means, never mind. But yeah, I live on this side, which is, and I'm just kind of waving my hands aimlessly at the moment because I can't see anything, the sun's so bright, which is really mountainous. And on that side, whilst it looks like there's mountains, there's lots of sort of flat land, lots of I don't know, prairies, but I could almost, I mean, look, I'm not actually, I don't know if you can see, I'm not actually going to dip my feet in, but the water's so clear, I can't tell how deep it is. We've got a couple of ducks over there. Where are we? And this all gets, people sail on here. And it is Annecy in the French Alps. Is it in the French Alps? It's considered part of the French Alps region or the Rhone Alps region. So it's Annecy is essentially Annecy Basin. So if you, and I'm not, you know, a geography expert or anything like that, but the way I understand is that this lake is the opposite of the mountain, so it's the valley, and Annecy is the basin. So you've got circulating around Annecy, certainly in a sort of a broad band, along the south of Annecy, and then towards up to the Italian borders and the Swiss borders where the Alps continue. They're all ski resorts, and there's a couple of smaller ski resorts on the other side. But yeah, it's considered part of the French Alps. When people say, where do I live? I say Annecy. Where's that? It's near Switzerland, but it's the French Alps. You have to sort of pick the most, especially in this area, you pick the sort of the most commonly known mountain region. The ducks are coming to say hello. But yeah, so, and then Annecy is about... I'd say it's probably about 20-25 minutes. I take the bus these days because it's just no point in driving. I just jump on the bus. It's literally, the bus stops right outside where we live, and it takes us over there, which is, yeah, that's pretty much Annecy over there. So yeah, it's nice. It is, it's nice. It's a really, really good spot. You know, it's close to, we've got about, I don't know, probably about a 6-hour drive. No, about 5-hour drive to the Spanish border, about a 5-hour drive. And then there's only an hour's drive to the Italian border. And of course, Geneva's only 45 minutes away. That's the Swiss border. So we have to get getting awfully close to the water here. And I've got my phone in my hand. That's probably not very wise, is it? Yeah, so it's... you know, really, really blessed actually, and it's you know, I get lots and lots of questions about, you know, are you going to move? When are you going back to UK? And I think, well, I'm not. I'm certainly, yeah, no plans to at all. Life isn't, you know, it's not. It's not all roses and glitter wherever you live. It doesn't matter where you go, you know. It's you take life with you, don't you? You take it with you. You got to make life wherever you go. So lots and lots of people who come over here, the reason they end up not staying. Actually, that's not a duck. What are you? Are you a coot? Oh, dog's barking. Yeah, the reason lots of people end up not staying is because they probably wouldn't end up staying anywhere. So it's not about not staying in France. It's about they probably wouldn't get used to living anywhere. And it takes a couple of years to sort of make friendships and things like that, because people expect you to stay for just a couple of years and then move on, which, I don't know, maybe I'll do at some point, but it'll be in Europe. I've got no plans to visit UK for the longer than a couple of weeks at the moment. Don't have really any ties anywhere else. And my son is starting his career in the south of France, which again is about a 5-hour drive away, so but yeah, we can take I've sold my paddleboard because I just couldn't get my head around the thing, but people paddleboard a lot down here and they get caught out by the current because it's actually quite strong, so you go paddling off in one direction and then you can't get back. What's this question here? Is there shipwrecks in the lake? Do you know what? I don't know. I think there probably is. I think there's probably a couple of lorries in there. It's are there any shipwrecks? Do you know what? I think there must be. Whether they leave them down there, I don't know. They do scuba diving here, because it really is very, very deep at the deepest point. I mean, if you imagine, it's a valley, isn't it? So it's the opposite of the mountain peaks. But there was a few years back, there was a really nasty accident on a bend right before or right hitting a village called Tallois, because the road, well, most roads go all the way, most lakes have a road that goes all the way around, but a lorry took the bend too quickly. I believe the driver had a heart attack and he went straight in, and because it was on a sort of almost a cliff of the lake, he went straight in and straight down. And if you imagine, a lorry, that's quite big, isn't it? A truck, an articulated truck, I don't know what they call them, went straight in and straight down. That's pretty deep. So I think they probably left it there, to be honest. So yeah, any shipwrecks? Don't know. But they do have sailing boats on here quite a lot. And then there's they have sort of ferries that do tours of the lake, and they stop at all these ports. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, you can't see it. It's around the bend. But there's a sort of what they call a ferry port just on that corner down there, and it is, for all intents and purposes, it's a ferry, but it's mostly a sort of a touristic thing, and they can go all the way around the lake. But golly, it's just lovely to share. Once that sun drops down, the sunsets here can be absolutely incredible. I can't even see the screen, can't see me. Maybe I should stop blethering. Maybe you just want to have a nice look. Any other? I don't know. I'm happy to answer sort of questions about the area if you've got any. I've been here nearly 8 years. Yeah, this area is really kind of second home land. Lots of people have second homes, and lots of these properties here, I mean, you can't see the properties here so much. There's one or two which are right by the lake, but even some of these are we can go for a bit of a walk if you want. Should we do that? Should we go for a bit of a walk? What do you think? I think we'll go for a bit of a walk. Oh, and then you'll be able to see a bit more. Signs of getting old. Woman in her 50s. My back's hurting. I'm sitting down, but let's go for a little walk. But these houses down here, those are probably, I think there's probably people that live in them. But the ones here, all the shutters are down. Yeah, let's go for a bit of a walk. And then I might even get in some shade so I can see how to flip this camera around. So that if anybody can tell me how to flip the camera around whilst doing a live, drop me a comment, because I haven't a clue. Anyway, for now, we're just going to do that. Let's just do that. And we can just sort of see a little bit. I'll walk down to the port. I've got to figure out this flipping around the camera thing. Can't do it whilst you're all on, because I'm staring at the camera. Never mind, let's just do this. Let's just do that. I'll just keep walking and you can look at the lake. Bonjour. Always have to say hello. It's an absolute must. It's like law in France to say hello. I'll keep it like this, and then at least I don't have to faff about with the camera. You can see, I'm sure you can see roughly where we're going. Well, the sun will drop soon over there. But yeah, is that how? No, those shutters are open, so those people are home. But we'll go past the sailing club in a minute as well. I'm hoping I can still be heard. Oh, another question. I moved to a small town in France called Bicos. Is that Bicos? Is that in there's a large Lac de Castle. I'm not familiar with that one, but Bicos. Is that near the Dune de Pilar? Is that over that way? Bicos. Am I thinking somewhere else? Lacanau de Meos, is that over that way? Lacanau de Meos. I lived in the west for a while. That sounds like it might be in the west. So we're just coming around the corner, and then you'll start seeing there's one of my absolute favourite properties down here. Bicos. Yeah, I'm sure I'm familiar with that. Ooh, mosquitoes are out. Yes, it's near the large. I thought it was. That's it. I've lived over that way. I can't remember exactly where. I think it was in a place called, like I said, Lacanau de Meos. Something like that. Here, look. See if I'll get a bigger picture of the front. I think the gates look like the gateway to a Japanese temple, but it's not. It's French. Look at that. Oh, I can't see a thing. I can't see what I'm filming because the sun is so strong. I'm just going to have to hope for the best. Yeah, I think you can see that. I can't see what I'm filming at all, but I think you can see it. Yeah, there's lots of... That's another, there you go. Look, there you can see how clear the water is. Gosh, gee whiz. Yeah, from Bordeaux. Lots of people on bikes down here. And then this is another amazing property. Look at that. Again, I can't see if you can see that, but I'm just doing a 360, so I've got a fair idea you'll be able to see it. I wish I could turn this blinking screen round. It would be much more fun than looking at my face. Oh, phone call's coming. Bonjour. He didn't really want to say bonjour. Never mind. Right, so we're coming up to the port in a minute. Lots of people down here. And then this here is haven't got any more. Ooh, just lots of fabulous people joining. How lovely. This is the sailing club, so I'm guessing, like I said, I'm just kind of waving my phone aimlessly until I figure out this flipping the screen business. But they have all these catamarans and the kayaks or canoes or whatever you want to call them, and is it hobby cats? I don't know, single hull type things. And a little club here. And in the summer, this is for schools. It's PE. It's PE. It's phys ed. I'm planning to move abroad to Italy. Do you have any advice for moving abroad in Europe? It depends. Where are you coming from? That's a good start. And what are your sort of circumstances? So, planning to move to Europe. Each European country has their own law regarding visas and that sort of thing, but it depends where you're coming from. I'm coming from the UK. Okay, all right. And does that mean, I'm assuming, but I don't want to sort of presume, does that mean British passport as well? Because that changes things, obviously, since the fudge up that we call Brexit. British passport, all right. So that's pretty much, it's very, very similar for, I might just park my bum for a minute and just sit on here. See, we've got coach trips that come down here, and then that there, I said about the ferry port, that, there you go, that little building there, that's it. That is the ferry port. But I'm just going to park. I don't know where to park on the... I'll sit here, have a little sit down. Right, so British passport, moving to Italy. I'm not entirely sure what the criteria is for moving to Italy itself, but most European countries have very, very similar arrangements when it comes to British passport holders who don't have a European passport. So if you weren't in Europe before the withdrawal agreement, which I was, then it's starting afresh. So there's a couple of things, and I think again Italy is extremely similar to France in this respect. There's a couple of things that you would need to do, and I don't know what your circumstances are. But my advice for moving anywhere in Europe, there's a couple of four-legged friends come and say hello. Hello, lovely. All right, mate. I don't know, two-legged friend is starting off with a long stay visa, so more than the 90 days. So sorry, I just keep having to keep flipping it round because of the sun. But look at this fella. Look at him. I don't know if you can see him in the water there, having a sunbathe. Long stay visa I would suggest, and then make sure that one of the biggest things is making sure that you've got sort of sufficient income to rely on whilst you're looking. But I would say definitely do sort of 2 or 3 trips minimum before you make your decision. And even then, when you do move across, personally, I wouldn't sort of put all of my eggs in one basket. I think I'd be inclined to take it step by step. So I'd come over for several trips, narrow it down to the area that you want to move to. Look at things dependent on your circumstances. It depends if you're single, if you're married, if you have children. There's lots of things to consider there. So if there's children involved, then life is completely different. You have to look at I think they're water skiing out there. You have to look at things like schools, what age are the children, this sort of thing. So there's all sorts of circumstances, but I would say definitely, if you're planning to move across, definitely spend as much time as you can moving to the area that you think you want to move to, travelling to the area and having a look around. do some Airbnbs, do some pet sitting, you know, trusted pet sitters. I did that for a little while as well. But definitely sort of have a good look around. When we moved here to France, I spent some time travelling around the West, having a look over there, and whilst I loved it, it wasn't close enough to things like the borders that I wanted to be close to for travel. I didn't want to have to fly everywhere. I wanted to be able to get in my car and drive to where I wanted to get to. So that was a criteria for me. Good international airports, that was a criteria as well. For Italy, I've been over a couple of times, and I've spent time in various parts of Italy, but again, it depends what you're after. Just keep in mind that in the summer, the further south you go, and the further sort of towards the Mediterranean coast you go, the hotter it's going to be in the summer. So you'll be constantly running for shade. I think a lot of people forget that. But yeah, it depends. It depends. Is it just the? I can't see where they. I'm so sorry, I can't see the comments because of the sunshine. But it depends. You know what your needs are. How often do you need to fly back to England, for example, or to UK, wherever you're from? In which case, you know, you want to be nearer an airport with frequent flights. So there's lots and lots and lots of things to consider. I didn't want to be too far away from, you know, a sort of a city. I wanted to make sure that was just far away enough in the countryside, but sort of suburban, if you like. You know, it's semi-rural here, and not far from a body of water. So I would just say start spending time having a look around and narrow down your areas, and then start speaking to people. You know, there's other social platforms where you can ask lots of questions, and of course there's this social platform where you can ask lots of questions, and there are people who run, you know, travel pages from Italy as well. I know that properties aren't as expensive in Italy as they are in France. I think the admin is as hard, if not harder, than France. So that would be my sort of advice for moving to anywhere, really. I'm not sure I'd go without any knowledge of the area. I think I'd need some knowledge of the area, some knowledge of the language, and then just sort of start outlining, what are my needs? What do I need? You know, do I need schools? Do I need lots of local transport? Do I need an international airport? Do I want to be within walking distance of cinemas and museums and where it all happens, or, you know, or do I just need a bakery and a local shop nearby? You know, there's all these sorts of things. Look at the communities. But yeah, and don't, you know, it's not impossible for moving. If you are moving from UK to anywhere in Europe, we're considered now third country nationals. So if I wanted to move to Italy, I'd be in the same boat as anyone else moving from UK. I don't have any additional rights, so I can come and go to UK because that's where I'm from. I can come and go from France because I'm a permanent resident, but anywhere else I'm just a Brit. So yeah. I don't know, does anybody else have any questions? I like answering questions. I am going to start ambling back, just because if I don't, then my teen son will think I'm starving him. This is another beautiful building here. See this one here? It's just a really lovely area. I will do more lives from down here. I think it's nice to sort of show people, I don't know, you know, it's just like travelling to places. I mean, this is how lots of people almost figure out where they want to live. I mean, I came here Oh golly, I don't know. I think it was 2014 or 15, with my son, and he was only, I don't know, 9 at the time, I think, and I just said, what do you reckon? Should we give it a go? A couple of years, see how we go? And we moved over, stayed in a campsite down there somewhere, down at that part of the lake somewhere, right at the very end, and in a camper van. And hello from Los Angeles, California. Owie! Golly, my life got that far. Isn't that exciting? That's so amazing. That's so cool. Hello. God, there's loads of dog fur on the ground here. What's happened here? Yeah, we came over and in a camper van. And the only reason why I felt comfortable doing that was because my French was good enough. And I'd done a lot of research. A lot. In fact, we'd come over for about 3 weeks after driving through, having been on ski trips, because that's the only thing about this area is it's on the route for the ski resorts. Where are you going? You're all on your own. Oh, you've got owners back there. Okay. What does this one say? I think your content relatable and helpful as someone who travels. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. That's so lovely. Salut. That's really nice. Oh, crikey, where are you going? I think he's with the joggers. I'll tell you what, I think wherever you go, life is a bit crazy. I think people are crazy in general. But the only way you're gonna meet more crazy people and do more crazy things is by going out of your front door, you know? It's the only way. Right, let's have a walk up here because I think the houses are absolutely stunning up here. So I'm gonna make sure I don't miss any more comments because the sun is so bright. It's just, there we go. See, I've only just come from there and now I'm in the shade. I'm going to show you all these gorgeous French houses. These chalet style houses, because the mountains, there you go, I think I can see. Oh, bloody sun. Sorry, oops. Sorry if there's any young people watching. I must watch my language. Oh, golly, there. I think you can see in the background there, just through the trees, the mountains. Don't know if you can see that. But yeah, look at these. Isn't that gorgeous? Aren't these houses just gorgeous? And some of them are like completely closed up, you know? There's no one home. I've got to get my head around this, flipping the screen. Look at that. Oh, golly, I just love it. Can you imagine living like there? You know what I want? Right, these gardens are massive. Look, I don't know if you can peek through there. Blinking massive gardens right in the lake. I don't want one of these houses. I want to put a tiny home in one of their gardens. That's what I want. I want like a tree house. No housework. Look. And this one here, it's got the wisteria down. Look, this one. I'll just be, well, as discreet as you can be. I don't know if you can see the wisteria on that building. Oop, hello. Well, this is fun, and I'm really grateful for all the support. Look, there's the mountains in the background. I think you should be able to see them. If I still can't see the screen very well, but there are the mountains up there. I'll get my head around it. I tell you what, by the time I get my head around doing these lives, they'll ban the blinking thing. Not to worry. I am on other platforms, but it's all the same stuff really, and I like this one the most. I love this one the most. See, look, just having a look around, isn't it blinking gorgeous? Have I missed any? I haven't missed any comments. I can't see the screen. I'm so sorry. I keep apologising for that. The smell. I wish you could smell what I can smell. It's fresh and floral and just stunningly, it's gorgeous. Look at that one. Look at that. Oh, look at it. It's even got a turret. Have I missed any comments? I don't think I've missed any. There's lots of people joining. Well, I will do more of these, and if you'd like, we could go off for some walks into the mountains or go into Annecy itself. I don't know, you know. These, I just think it's, you know, when I see people sharing about their travel journeys, I do want to see the real life. I don't want to see filters. I don't want to see. I want to see women like me, you know, in their saggy jeans and their baseball caps, just doing their thing. That's, you know, look at that. No. Colours are amazing. That's what I want to see. This is a really gorgeous old hotel. They've got covers around the front, but I might be able to sneak a peek in a minute. It's called the Hotel Beau Séjour. And my friend stayed here once. I'll just sneak a peek. Video. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? But my friend stayed there once, and I went into her room, and the floor was on a. It was like this because the building's so old. We've got a tennis club there, and the tennis club has a restaurant as well, where they do the old plat du jour, as they always do. But yeah, it's Oh, I'm thrilled people like this. It's nice. Just to show, you go the lake down here. Now, this bit here, look at that house there as well. They're literally right on the river. Stream, river, I don't know what you want to call it. But when my son and his mates were little, they were about 11 years old, they'd go through all of the, this stream, or river if you like, goes all the way up, and they would go all the way through the town and come through these tunnels. They were so naughty. I didn't know they did it. They told me later. Oh, 2 new messages. Don't know who they're from. I don't know what to do with messages yet. Continue this way. 2 new messages. I don't know what they are. Yeah, see, look, it's got the Hotel Beau Séjour just written in faint paint on the side. And, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, graffiti here and there, but not much. When you get into Annecy, yeah, there's a fair bit there. Tell you what, let's walk through past the tennis court and past the river again. We've got the mountains up back there, and you probably can't see them, and I'd need to zoom right in, but we'll go up there. We can actually go up there. Again, I'm waving my hands around because I can't see the screen, but we'll go to the I have to rephrase that. The point where the parapont, what's parapont in English? I forget what it is. Where they jump off, anyway. Oh golly, still can't see the screen for comments. How can I do that? I don't want to look like close at the screen because you get a close-up of my face. Nobody wants that. Right, I'm just going to turn this around a bit because we've got, in a minute, the allotment, which is nice as well. Look cute. Oh, smells, golly. God, it smells absolutely delicious. I can't think what that is. Oh, it's these. Must be. Yep, it's those. Does anybody know what these are? They're so pretty. I don't know what they are. They smell lovely too. Right, now I've managed to outline the benefits of doing lives and the disadvantages of doing lives outside in the sunshine because I can't see the screen. But anyway, this is a much nicer view than staring at me. TikTok, banners going across the front. I'm sure I'm missing lots of stuff. I'll get better at it, I promise. That's chard. Somebody's growing chard there. And then, or what do they call that? Blette in French. And then, I don't know, I think those are strawberries, are they, over there? And normally they have things growing out of the side. But you get these, you can get these plots from the town hall, apparently. And what have we got going on up here? Have we still got any... What? So this is the stream I was talking about. I'm hoping that you can see stuff and I'm not just waving the phone kind of aimlessly. I'm trying to show... Oh, you see, look. There you go. There's all the wild garlic flowers. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see those. The wild garlic flowers. So the wild garlic's gone to seed now. So it'll be very bitter and won't be nice to eat. But we still get wild... Oh, these here, look. These, I think you can see these down here. Can you see my hand? No, I'll do that a little bit. I think we get wild chives down here, or wild leeks. Right, I'm going to switch off in a minute, as I'm almost home. And I just wish I could see the flipping screen a bit more. I've really enjoyed this, and I'm really hoping that lots of other people have enjoyed it too. And I'll do some more lives training so that I can figure out how to turn the screen around in the middle of a live. That'd be good. I'm sure it's just a button somewhere, but we've all got to learn somehow, haven't we, and start somewhere. But anyway, yeah, so this is where I live. And I'm almost home, and I really hope you've enjoyed it, because I have. It's nice, isn't it, just sharing a moment. Not really a big people person, but I'm a people person when it comes to chatting with people like me who like travelling and are in all corners of the world. So yeah, I'm going to switch this off now, but thank you so much for joining me. I've absolutely loved it. Now I've got to find the off button. Right, there it is, it's up there. Yeah, thanks again, and thank you for all the support. Oh, and if you like this and you want to show, you want to share it with other people who want to have a look at this part of France or want to talk about moving abroad, please do let them know. And load up your questions. And if you see any sort of topics that I've already recorded, again, load up your comments on there, because I always go in and have a look at all my comments and make sure that I answer all the questions. So Looks like I'm walking through a forest. Right, bye for now.